Hey, good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to open up some more packs. Tonight I do have a full box of 1989 Donruss that we're going to be opening up. This has always been a set that I've loved. It was one of the first sets that I collected, but it's also been a set that's been an Achilles heel for me because considering the number of packs that I've opened up, you would think that I'd have way more Griffies than I've had, and even recently, which may have been because some boxes possibly been searched. I have not even been pulling Sheffields and some of the other bigger rookies out of the set. So this is this box that came from a reputable dealership online. So it is supposedly an unsearched box. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can pull out of here and hopefully get some big rookie cards out of here. So in our first box, we are going to open up, and we start off with Brooke Jacoby, Mike Marshall, Rich Gedman, Dave Winfield, Ted Power, here's one of my favorites, Darryl Strawberry, Terry Kennedy, Greg Walker, Gerald Perry, Diamond Kings, Danny Jackson, Bert Blyleven, Kelly Gruber, Henry Cotto, and right off the top, one of the cards I've had a hard time getting, Gary Sheffield. Rookie card. Really nice cornering, pretty good centering, a little off top to bottom, but overall not a bad card. So first pack down, we did finally pull a Sheffield. And we're going to continue on with pack number 2. And we're going to start off with the legendary Kevin Bass, Jose Akendo, Milt Thompson, Ron Robinson, Mike Brumley, Scott Geraltz, Jose Leand, Charlie Paleo, Les Lancaster, Randy Myers, a Biggio rookie, so not two for two with good rookie cards, Tim Jones, Darren Dalton, Norm Charlton, Shane Mack, and Chris Spire. So off the start, we are doing pretty good. All right, so pack number 3. A lot of wax on these packs here. Hopefully we won't get any wax stains on a good card. And we're going to start off pack number 3 with Tom Prince, Mark Lemke, Orlando Romez, Barry Lyons, Darnell Coles, Pat Borders, Steve Lombardozzi, Vince Coleman, Diamond Kings, Dwayne Ward, Randy Bush, Rick Aguilera, Will Clark MVP team MVP, Drew Hall, Andres Thomas, Scott Medvin, and Van Snyder, which this card I probably feel like I've gotten 3 times more of that card than any other card in the set out of packs. It just seems like the most common card ever. In our next pack, we start off with Jeff Blauser, Andy Hawkins, Dante Bichette, Marvin Freeman, Ernest Riles, Adam Peterson, Kevin Brown, Terry Clark, the dreaded checklist, Steve Ontiveros, Dave Clark, Ernie Witt, Ricky Horton, Dennis Lamp, Dale Mahoric, and Ricky Jordan, who was a very hot card when this set came out. Just never quite lived up to expectations, as a lot of prospects don't. All right, as we continue on, really bad last damage on that one. And we start off with Jack Savage, Mike Boddicker, Lance Johnson, the Triples King, Curt Gibson, German Gonzalez, Sil Campusano, there's a Jay Buhner, Alex Sanchez, Scott Sanderson, Keith Miller, one of my favorite non-star players in the 90s, Chuck Krim, Francisco Melendez, Gary Reedus, Carmelo Martinez, and Gerald Perry, team MVP for the Braves. Moving right on along to our next pack. And we have William Brennan, the Diamond Kings dreaded checklist. Tony Armas, Chris Sabo Diamond Kings, Juan Nieves, Craig Worthington, Fred Lynn, Alejandro Pena, Luis Aguayo, Rich Yett, Gene Nelson, Jerry Brown, Luis Aquino, Pete Harnish rookie, and a Chad Kreuter. And our next pack. We start off with Tracy Jones, Glenn Hubbard, Luis De Los Santos, Bud Black, Jeff Hamilton, Hal Morris, Tom Bolton, Mark Clear, Darrell Evans, Wally Joyner Team MVP, another dreaded checklist, Denny Walling, Damon Berryhill, Mike Doon, and Pete Smith. And to finish off the first stack here, we start off with a Barry Larkin, Shane Rawley, Roberto Alomar, Jim DeShays, another one of my favorites, Howard Johnson, Greg Harris rookie, Paul Kilgus, Andy Van Slyke Team MVP, Tim Burke, Terry Steinbach, Floyd Bannister, Tom Candiotti, Fernando Valenzuela, Ricky Henderson, and Dwight Evans. A couple big names out of that pack. Alright, so as we start off our second stack here, still no Griffies, no Randy Johnsons. And we go to Mets favorite Mookie Wilson, Dale Sven, Mike Aldretti, R.J. Reynolds, Lance McCullers, Jose Canseco Team MVP, Bob Forsch, Tom Bernansky, Dick Schofield, Andres Galarraga Diamond Kings, Glenn Braggs, Eddie Murray, Frank Tanana, Steve Sachs, and Dave Righetti. And we go next pack, Mel Hall, the Eck, Dennis Eckersley, Danny Tartable, Pete Incaviglia, there's a Sandy Alomar rookie, which was a hot card back in the day, Pete O'Brien, Dave Martinez, Big Mac Mark McGuire, Charlie Liebrant, Joe Carter, Mike Scioscia, Claudel Washington, Lee Smith, Gary Pettis, and Robin Yount. Keep moving here. And we go with Kirby Puckett, Dennis Martinez, Carlton Fisk, Mark McLemore, Alan Ashby, Todd Worrell, Juan Samuel, Tom Browning, Mark Davis, Andy Van Slyke, Craig Lefferts, Ron Gant, Ryan Sandberg, Kevin McReynolds, and Harold Reynolds. So not a bad pack there, nothing huge, but a lot of pretty cool names and fun players. We keep moving here, looking for our first Griffey. This is one of the hardest boxes I've ever had to open as far as wax from '89 Donruss. And we have Rance Mulliniks, Juan Berenger, Mike Greenwell, Diamond Kings, probably one of my favorite players in the 80s of teams I didn't like. Fred McGriff, Gary Gaetti, Mike Scott, Team MVP, the kid Gary Carter, Rafael Palmeiro, another dreaded checklist, Denny Walling, Damon Berryhill, Mike Doon, another Pete Smith, Barry Larkin, and Shane Rawley. In our next pack, we start off with Roberto Alomar, Jim DeShays, Howard Johnson, Greg Harris, Paul Kilgus, Andy Van Slyke, Tim Burke, Terry Steinbach, Lloyd Bannister, Tom Candiotti, Fernando Valenzuela, Ricky Henderson, Dwight Evans, Jack Morris, and Andre Dawson, team MVP. Alright, so we've got some new names here. We have Rick Dempsey, Joel Skinner, Bob Stanley, Jim Wellwander, Don August, the Big Cat, Andres Galarraga, team MVP, Joe Hesketh, Daryl Boston, Chili Davis, John Fishel, Jose De Leon, Steve Jeltz, Rob Dibble, Mark Parent, and Atlee Hammaker. Started off hot, but kind of fizzling the last several packs here. Still looking for Griffey, Randy Johnson, or some duplicates of Biggio, Sheffield. Alright, so now we have Bob Kipper, Jose Alvarez, Mitch Webster, Mackie Sasser, Mike Moore, Cecil Fielder, Al Newman, Don Mattingly, Diamond Kings, Jesse Barfield, Alan Anderson, Dave Magadan, Alan Trammell, team MVP, Pat Perry, Bruce Suter, and Bob Brindley, who, if you watch my videos, is a favorite of mine since he grew up across the street from my mom. Another pack's hard to open up here. Finally open it up here. We start off with Glenn Wilson, Dickie Thon, Herm Winningham, Bob Dernier, Dave Meads, Pedro Guerrero, Jerry Royce, Sherman Corbett, Jeff Russell, Dave West rookie, Rex Hudler, Walt Weiss, Jeff Montgomery, Dave Anderson, Rick Roden, and Bruce Hurst. So halfway through, we did get two of the big rookies, missing the biggest here. So still trying to get a Griffey out of the final two stacks here. We'll continue on with the second half of the box. And we have Pete Stanisiak, Kevin Seitzer, Diamond Kings, another dreaded checklist, Mike Young, Mike Smithson, Miguel Garcia, Derek Lilliquist, Jay Howell, Alex Madrid, Gerald Clark, Bill Schroeder, the Warren Spahn puzzle image, Greg Olson rookie, Scott May, and Alvin Davis team MVP. Alright, so this one we have Pat Sheridan, Chris Bosio, Rick Shue, Jeff Robinson, Diamond Kings, another dreaded checklist, Mike Young, Mike Smithson, Miguel Garcia, Andy Neslick, Jay Howell, Alex Madrid, Gerald Clark, Matt Williams, Warren Spahn puzzle image again, Greg Olson, and Scott May. And continuing on, we have Tom Prince, Mark Lemke, Orlando Romez, Barry Lyons, Darnell Coles, Pat Borders, Steve Lombardozzi, Vince Coleman, Dwayne Ward, Randy Bush, Rick Aguilera, Will Clark team MVP, Drew Hall, Andres Thomas, Don Robinson, and Felix Vermeer. We start off this pack with Dennis Rasmussen, Ron Oster, Greg Harris, Ken Caminiti, Ken Hill, Blackjack McDowell, which would have been a hot card back in the day, Brian Harvey, Ray Hayward, Tom Gordon rookie, Johnny Paredes, Todd Burns, Jose De Jesus, Tim Leary, Hensley Mullins, Wes Gardner, and Eric King. Next pack, we start off with Fred Manrique, Dave Cone Diamond Kings, Frank Williams, Charlie Lee, John Cerruti, Scott Bankhead, a Mike Harkey rookie, Jeff Pico, Tim Tuffle, Mike Birkbeck, Curt Manwaring, Dave LaPointe, Gary Templeton, Fred McGriff Team MVP, and Terry Poole. Continue to be in that little funk of getting anything big here. So next one we have Dave Henderson, Jerry Don Gleaton, Doug Jones, Rick Dempsey, Joel Skinner, Bob Stanley, Jim Wellwander, Don August, Andres Galarraga Team MVP, Joe Hesketh, Darrell Boston, Chili Davis, John Fishel, Jose De Leon, and Steve Jeltz. And we start off this pack with the dreaded checklist. Steve Ontiveros, Dave Clark, Ernie Witt, Ricky Horton, Dennis Lamp, Dale Mahoric. There's another Ricky Jordan, Jack Savage, Mike Boddicker, Lance Johnson, Kurt Gibson Diamond Kings, Lloyd McClendon, German Gonzalez, Sil Camposano, and a Jay Buhner. And our final pack in the third stack. Still looking for Griffey, Randy Johnson. We start off this one with Alex Sanchez, Scott Standerson, Keith Miller, Chuck Krim, Francisco Melendez, Gary Reedus, Carmelo Martinez, Gerald Perry Team MVP, the Diamond Kings checklist, William Brennan, Tony Armas, Chris Sabo Diamond Kings, Juan Nieves, Craig Worthington, Fred Lynn, and Alejandro Pena. So 3/4 of the way through, we started off really hot with two nice rookies in the first two packs, and then nothing else since then. So hopefully there's some more in this final stack. We'll go to Nelson Liriano, Jerry Reed, Tim Laudner, Rod Nichols, Oral Hershiser, 59 scoreless innings and counting, Hippolito Pena, Spike Owen, Todd Froworth, Ruben Sierra. There's a Schilling rookie, so finally something else pretty nice there, but no Griffey yet. Tony Gwynn Diamond Kings, John Moses, Jeff Musselman, Mike Jackson, and Manny Trio. Still looking for a Griffey and a Randy Johnson. Alright, so now we have Ricky Horton, Eric Hetzel, Wayne Tollefson, another Ricky Jordan, Jack Savage, Bob Malachy, Barry Jones, Dave Anderson, Diamond Kings, Lloyd McClendon, Brian Harper, Rick Leach, Mike Schooler, Alex Sanchez, rookie, Kevin Blankenship, and Keith Miller. It's always frustrating when you see these cards for the third, fourth time in a box and you still haven't gotten the hot cards. If you're going to get 3 or 4 of one, you would love to get those valuable cards there. It's so frustrating to get those commons over and over again. And we go back to Mackie Sasser, Mike Moore, Cecil Fielder, Al Newman, Don Mattingly Diamond Kings, Jesse Barfield, Alan Anderson, Alan Trammell MVP, Dave Magadan, Pat Perry, Bruce Suter, Bob Brinley, Glenn Wilson, Dickie Thon, Herm Winningham, and Bob Dernier. 5 more packs remaining. Still looking for the 2 big cards out of the set. And we go to Dave Meads, Pedro Guerrero, Jerry Royce, Sherman Corbett, Jeff Russell, David West rookie, Rex Hudler, Walt Weiss, Jeff Montgomery, Dave Anderson, Rick Rhoden, Bruce Hurst, Pat Sheridan, Chris Bosio, Vic Shue, and Jeff Robinson Diamond Kings. Another hard pack to open. Start off this one again with the dreaded checklist. Mike Young, Mike Smithson, Miguel Garcia, Andy Neslick, Jay Howell, Alex Madrid, Gerald Clark, Matt Williams, Warren Spahn puzzle piece, Greg Olson rookie, Scott May, Alvin Davis MVP, Nelson Liriano, and Lance Blankenship. Once again, it's starting to look like I'm going to get struck out again here with Griffey, who, like I said, I've had the worst luck opening these packs and finding Griffeys, even in unsearched boxes. Even when I was opening up brand new boxes straight from the cases back in '89, I had horrible luck pulling Griffey, so it just feels like that card is not meant to be for me here. But we start off with Tim Laudner, Scott Jordan, Mike Devereaux, Hippolito Pena, Spike Owen, Todd Froworth, Ozzie Guillen, another Schilling rookie, Tony Gwynn, Diamond Kings, John Moses, Todd Stottlemyre, Dave Valley, Manny Trio, Mike Lacoste, and Adam Peterson. In our next to last pack here, we start off with Kevin Brown, Terry Clark, another dreaded checklist, Steve Ontiveros, Ernie Witt, Dave Clark, Ricky Horton, Dennis Lamp, Dale Mahoric, another Ricky Jordan, Jack Savage, Mike Boddicker, Lance Johnson, Curt Gibson, Diamond Kings, Lloyd McClendon, and German Gonzalez. Our final pack here in this '89 Donruss box. Holding out slim hope of finding a Griffey or Randy Johnson rookie. Have not pulled any from this box. Cyril Campusano, Jay Buhner, Alex Sanchez, Scott Sanderson, Keith Miller, Chuck Krim, Francisco Melendez, Gary Reedus, Carmelo Martinez, Gerald Perry MVP, William Brennan, Diamond Kings checklist, Tony Armas, Chad Kruder, Chris Abo, Diamond Kings, and Juan Nieves. So the curse of Griffey continues in this box for me. Nothing too amazing here. We did get the Sheffield rookie, Biggio rookie, and 2 Curt Schilling rookies. So not the greatest box here, but it goes with my luck here. But I do appreciate you stopping in. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Can't say how much I'm going to be posting for a while due to trying to afford to buy some more boxes here. But when I do, please subscribe so you don't miss out the content when I do post. I do have a few more things that I will be opening up in the next couple weeks, but I appreciate you stopping in. If there's anything you want to see me open up, leave me a comment. I'll see what I can do. But I appreciate you again, and hope everybody has a great night. And again, thanks for stopping by.